What's up, guys? Welcome to the video. I'm really excited for this video because electric cars, of course, have been like my thing, and I've driven like a lot of electric cars, but this one is a really interesting electric car because this is an electric car from Mercedes. This car is called the Mercedes-Benz EQE. Okay, so for starters, the EQE is what the E-Class is to the S-Class. So you have an EQS and then you have the EQE, and the EQE is what I have here today. And this EQE is a really amazing and special car to drive due to some few things which I like for this car. Now, this car has quite a lot of range. It's an electric car, so instant electric power comes. It's really quiet, and then for the fact that it's built by Mercedes, that means you're going to get a lot of enjoyable things driving the EQE. So the EQE is really special and interesting because now its suspension is really a nice and compliant suspension. It's very easy to drive, and driving this car over speed bumps is really nice because of how soft and supple the suspension is. Mercedes are always known for making their cars really comfortable, and this is a very nice, comfortable car from Mercedes-Benz. I've been test driving the EQE for a few days right now, and first of all, shout out to Mercedes-Benz of Hampstead, Hedinville, for this EQE. They've really been of great help. It's actually been in the works for a long time ago, and finally we get the Mercedes EQE. Right up the top, the Mercedes-Benz, a really nice and comfortable car to drive, and its interior is just so refined and finished. In fact, the steering feel of this car is really great. Undoubtedly, one of the greatest steering wheels I've ever used while test driving a car is this EQE steering, and the steering is just so light and really easy to place the car. It's so precise, comfortable, and really accurate, which I love about the EQE. One thing I would mention is the interior of this EQE is just so refined and quiet. It's really quiet in the interior of the Mercedes-Benz EQE, which I really love. Of course, if you don't like all that quietness, you can actually put in those synthesized sound which Mercedes-Benz have built into this screen, and then you actually can hear some sound while you drive the EQE. So driving over speed bumps, oh my god, is just so comfortable in the Mercedes-Benz EQE. Okay, so this 350 plus I have here is actually equipped with adaptive air suspension, which is actually good, and it just makes this EQS so supple and soft over speed bumps and over potholes. It's just like you're wafting and driving in a cloud, which is actually nice. In fact, this Mercedes-Benz EQE, I would actually love to be driven in this car because of how comfortable it is. But then driving the Mercedes-Benz EQE is still also interesting. It's a really nice and engaging electric car to drive. One thing I forgot to mention is this Mercedes-Benz, it's not like an electric version of the E-Class. No, it's an electric car on its own. Apart from the fact that here it has an air filtration system up front in the bonnet, and then it doesn't have a front trunk. Yes, I can live with that. The boot is not that huge, but then it's a Mercedes, and of course it's a luxury car. So I'll choose between the best of both worlds, which I really like. The tech in this car is just so nice and wonderful. You have a nice heads-up display. It's very easy to drive this car in town with blind spot monitoring, all the driver tech features you can have. It has a very big battery capacity, this Mercedes-Benz. 100 kilowatt hour of battery capacity with a 90 kilowatt usable battery capacity, 525 kilometers of range. I mean, there's not going to be any range anxiety while using the Mercedes-Benz EQE, not at all, because of so much range in the Mercedes-Benz. If I was to choose between a Mercedes E-Class and this Mercedes-Benz EQE, I'm definitely going for the Mercedes-Benz EQE. Because yes, it's an electric car. I mean, gas prices are rising up, and so having the EQE and living with charging it, yes, if you get a 175 kilowatt hour of fast charging DC, you can charge this car from 0 to 80% in like 28 minutes, which I really like. That is just so good. I mean, yeah, 28 minutes, and then with the apps installed in this Mercedes-Benz, you can actually decide to play a game or watch something or browse, which is actually nice. I've done a deep dive on the infotainment system of the Mercedes-Benz EQE. So be sure to subscribe to this channel and turn on the notifications so you wouldn't miss that when it comes in a future upload. And of course, I like the seating position of the Mercedes-Benz EQE. Of course, the seats are really nice and comfortable, and they really hug you like someone who loves you. I really like having that on the Mercedes-Benz EQE. But then one thing I really love about this EQE is that it actually sits really low in the Mercedes-Benz EQE, which gives you that sports car, nature on the Mercedes-Benz EQE, which I really like. And talking about sports, of course, there are 3 driving modes of the Mercedes-Benz EQE, which you can actually use by configuring by pressing the dynamic button here, and it brings up a screen where you can change between your driving mode if you want to drive in eco mode, sports mode, or if you want to be in comfort mode, which is nice. So now we are heading over to the E6. It's one of the longest stretch of road in Sweden, and then we're going to be testing out the sports mode on the Mercedes-Benz EQE. And of course, this Mercedes-Benz power comes in instantly. The 292 horsepower of this car is very easy, and so it's so easy to get up to speed in this EQE. The torque comes on immediately, and then I love that synthesized electric sound it makes. It's just so nice. Just listen to that. That's just so engaging. Like, of course, this is the AMG version, so that's why you get all those bells and whistles for the tech features of this Mercedes-Benz EQE. But it's actually really nice, like having that. It's just so nice. Like, take a listen to that again. I love that. It's just so nice. And the way the graphics actually opens up, and it's just so nice. And so I'll test out the auto steer function in the Mercedes-Benz EQE. All right, so driving on the highway, the Mercedes-Benz can actually steer to keep you in lane as it's doing now. With the cruise control system, it actually recognizes the road in front of the Mercedes-Benz EQE with the lane markings, and you can actually drive this Mercedes-Benz actually hands-free. Of course, it will want you to put your hands on the steering wheel, but then you can actually increase the speed of that, and then of course it's a 120 kilometer speed limit road, and then the Mercedes-Benz is actually driving itself now, which is actually nice. It makes it a very convenient and easy car to drive. That is really nice. That is really engaging, as it shows the marking on the road with the driver's information heads-up display here. It's showing me that I can put my hands off the steering wheel. It recognizes the lane, and then it has following distance, radar control following distance. So the car in front of me now is trying to follow the car in front of me at an accurate distance, which I've set, which is really, really nice. We are going around the bend now, and the Mercedes-Benz can go around the bend with the way it's driven. As you can see, it's trying to put itself in lane, which I really like. Yeah, this is just so easy driving the Mercedes-Benz on the highway. And then you have a traffic sign up in front, and the Mercedes-Benz is going to recognize the traffic sign, and it's going to speed up according to the traffic sign which it has recognized. It's just so easy to drive the Mercedes-Benz on the highway. And then because the interior is really quiet and refined, I can hear some wind buffeting around this side of the Mercedes-Benz EQE, and I think that is just because of the wing mirrors. They are actually large wing mirrors in the Mercedes-Benz EQE. But then aside that, it's just so easy to drive. When you need to place your hands on the steering wheel, you put it, and it just keeps on driving itself. Makes this car a really, really easy car to drive. So we are driving about 10 kilometers to a different city here, and I'll be using this feature very, very well because, of course, the roads are clearly marked, and then the Mercedes-Benz can recognize those marks, and then it can drive itself seamlessly on the highway, which is really nice. So keep on watching the video as I use the automatic driving function of the Mercedes-Benz EQE, which I'm so impressed about, because yes, the road curves ahead, and then the Mercedes-Benz just follows the road. Right now, I'm not touching the accelerator, I'm not touching the brake pedal, I'm not touching the steering wheel. It's doing everything by itself. That's dope. Yeah, that's really dope. And if you like this feature, like really, if you like this feature, please subscribe to this channel. I know you would not. Really, subscribe to the channel, okay? And don't try this at home. When you drive, make sure you pay attention to the driving, okay? So let's keep on going. It's actually a nice feature to have. I think, for me, I believe it's a feature that every car should have, where you have the adaptive cruise control system. It can actually follow the car in front of you, and it can actually, use the steering to keep you in lane. You basically don't have to do anything. Like right now, I'm not touching the accelerator pedal, I'm not touching the brake pedal. It's doing everything by itself, which is actually nice. And of course, the seats are comfortable. So I'm really having a good time driving the Mercedes-Benz EQE. I'm really having a good time driving the Mercedes-Benz EQE. On sports mode in the Mercedes-Benz EQE, and yeah, that sound is just so nice. I actually love that sound. So I can easily change that sound in the infotainment system of the Mercedes-Benz EQE. I can actually go to the car settings, and then of course it takes a while getting used to this infotainment system. But while you do, you can actually just take a deep dive into the infotainment system. So now we're changing the sound into Silver Flux. Let's see how that sounds when you are in sports mode. So we're in Silver Flux now, and okay, yeah, it's a nice sound. I really also love that, but then I think I would prefer Vivid Flux, which is nice. We've reached our destination, and then a few things I would like to mention about the Mercedes-Benz EQE. It's regenerative braking, of course. Like all other electric cars, it has regenerative braking, which are controlled by these paddle shifters behind the steering wheel. This Mercedes has one pedal driving, which means you can put it on and it will slow the Mercedes down to a complete stop. You have 3 different settings for the regenerative braking. You have strong recuperation, and then when you press the plus, it goes to normal, and then no regenerative braking at all. So I'll be testing how agile the Mercedes-Benz EQE is on a twisty road like this. And from what I can feel, the steering wheel is just so responsive and sharp, especially having the Mercedes-Benz EQE on sports mode. It's just so nice to turn in. It turns in really actively. I really love that about the Mercedes-Benz EQE. The steering is just so responsive when you turn. Yeah, I can also enjoy the serene environment. I love how the environment is. The trees and everything is just so nice. Of course, it's just so great. While you drive the Mercedes-Benz EQE, you can take some time and enjoy the scenery. And it's a nice scenery out here, actually. It's just so nice and beautiful, actually. Beautiful as the Mercedes-Benz EQE. Alright, so getting to the end of this video, what do I think about the Mercedes-Benz EQE? It's nice, it's comfortable, it's fast, and it's exceptionally luxurious. I really love it. Thanks for watching this video. Until then, I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.